Hey guys, here's what sold for me. Let's see, September 7th to the 14th across all of my platforms. All right, I paid less than $1 for both of these puzzles put together. I got these at Junk Jaunt, which is a big sale in Nebraska they have every year. I've had them for a while. Anyway, I went ahead and put them on Marketplace and on eBay. They did sell on Marketplace. I took an offer for $10. So little bread and butter, but very happy to see these go. Puzzles sometimes sit a little while for me. I listed this on eBay as well, but I ended up selling it on Marketplace for $26. I did pay just $3.99 for this at the thrift store, but it was brand new. I used keywords like boho, farmhouse, ceiling, light fixture, all of those things. So again, brand new, good sale, quick turnaround. I paid less than $2 for this at the Goodwill bins. I sold it on Marketplace for $10. Carhartt hat. It was a pretty quick turnaround as well, less than a week or maybe right around a week. But I do love the bins because you only pay by weight there. So this weighs very little. So it was really cheap and it wasn't in perfect condition, but it still sold. I paid $3.99 for this vintage pencil sharpener, and this sold on Marketplace pretty quick, I think less than a month. Make sure you look for the little nozzle thingy that makes it suction down to the table. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, yeah, vintage pencil sharpeners. If you can get them for less than $5, definitely pick them up. I accepted an offer of $60 on this table because I wanted it out and I wanted someone to enjoy it. So I only paid, if I'm remembering right, it was either $10 or $14 for this at the Goodwill. It was a beautiful old mid-century table with this gorgeous artwork on the top and a great Marketplace sale. It actually wasn't too heavy either. If you caught these in another video, make sure you go back and watch it if you didn't, but I found these at a thrift store along with some vintage Atlas pink ruffle bowls, and I only put them on Marketplace. I didn't want to ship these. They ended up selling on Marketplace for $40, and it was a pretty quick turnaround, less than 1 month. And aren't they beautiful? Tiny little sale here. I accepted $6 for this on Marketplace. I did only pay 25 cents for it, so it was a good turnaround for an old book that had writing on the cover. Someone, I think, found it to be really nostalgic. I grew up on this book. Did any of you guys? I seriously, absolutely loved this weird book of poems. Tell me in the comments. These were left over from a storage unit buyout. Only $6 for these on Mercari. Like I said in my last What Sold video, my Mercari is kind of a clearance section right now, and that's okay because I'm just pushing old stuff out. So these are old silver plate and Oneida knife set. They do need polishing and all that. I was happy to get them out. Pure profit. This was a private sale of vintage Babysitters Club books, to someone named Sarah. I did pay less than $5 for the whole lot, and she actually ended up, okay, so it was 25 cents a piece. She ended up picking 8 books, and yeah, she paid $36 for them, so it was a good turnaround. Over a $30 profit. This accidentally got in here, and it's not supposed to be in this video, but isn't it cute? Paid 50 cents for these easy-to-make Western set books. I don't really remember who made these. Oh, A.G. Smith. But I got these for 25 cents a piece. I turned them around on Mercari and sold them for $6.91. Again, a tiny sale, but I'm happy to get them moving and out the door. I've had them for a while, and it's okay to clearance things out sometimes. No problem. Again, another clearance, paid less than $1 for this little taggy blanky lovey. It was sold for $9 on Mercari. I did pay less than $1 for it. It's got a really cute little lion, and I've had it for like 2 years, so I was very, very happy to see this go to home where it was needed. This is the tag that specifically says Taggies. Look for that. Another one I clearanced out. This was on Poshmark. I paid less than $1. He sold for $9. Quick little flip, and isn't he cute? Oh, so tiny. I love little trinkets. I actually did well with these on Whatnot. I wish I had more time to be more scheduled on Whatnot, but it's just not the season of life I'm in. So here he goes on Poshmark. I paid 25 cents for this Barney, vintage Barney 90s VHS tape. It sold for $10. So again, another great bread and butter. I did have this also with some other ones I could lot up, but it ended up selling, geez Louise, on its own for $10. So I was happy to get it out the door on Poshmark. And then a bunch of eBay sales. I paid 25 cents for this vintage cross stitch that says, "Yes, Lord." It's handmade. It's really beautiful, and I can tell someone put a lot of love into it. And it sold for $8 on eBay. Again, if you guys know me, I love bread and butter sales. I'm all about that. I just like connecting people with their collections. Next up, I've had this forever. I shouldn't have bought it because I paid $5 for it and only sold for $10 on eBay, and I had it forever. I just don't really like doing clothes. I don't know what I'm doing with clothes, so this was a mistake for me. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, do you guys do clothes? How have you gotten into it? I just can't do it. I can't stick with it. But that's okay. Everybody has their thing. Okay, I do scarves though. This is a vintage Liz Claiborne scarf for $11.90. I bought this for $1 at a thrift store. This was kind of a Christmas theme, and I think that's why it sold so quickly. It was a very quick turnaround, less than 2 weeks, and out the door to a happy customer. Next up, a great sale on some 80s and 90s books. Sweet Valley High and Sweet Valley Twins. Keep your eyes out for these. I only paid 25 cents a piece for them, so just a couple bucks in, and turn them around for $42 in just a few months. I love these. These are very nostalgic to me, but remember, nostalgia is not the most important thing. What's important is what's selling, so do your research. I got these at a garage sale, silver jeans for just $4. I turned them around pretty quick in less than a week for $18. I have a feeling on some of the jeans I'm selling that I could be taking a little more for them, but I don't wanna. I wanna get some quick flips right now. I wanna get things rolling. I want it to look like my store is booming right before fourth quarter so my items will get pushed out in the algorithm. Bought this little vintage wood or candy or nut dispenser at Goodwill, sold it for $16. I only bought it for $3.99. Bread and butter flip, very cute. I packaged it up really well and I did 2 boxes because of the glass. I hope it arrives really safely. I just got this shipped out. Always take a photo of the bottom if it's signed. This is so random. It's this soap keepsake box, Punch Studio. I'd never heard of it, but I got it for $1 from a lady who did a private buyout for me. She was closing her Etsy store, and I actually ended up selling it. So made a little bread and butter sale on it. Never even heard of this dang thing, but I'm like, hey, I'll take it. It's even got this little wind-up thing on the side that plays music. Crazy. I paid $2 for these 2 skeins of yarn. I will buy skeins of yarn. I like it if there are multiple that are the same like this. I also like vintage yarn. Keep your eye out. Make sure you run your comps. It's very important to take pictures like this so people can tell exactly what color or what lot number they're getting. And I do like selling in lots if I can. Did you catch my bins video? I think I did a video already where I did a bins haul. Anyway, these little vintage Halloween cut and sew costumes were in there. These were less than $1 a piece, and I turned them around in less than 2 weeks. Very fun little sale. Got these VHS at the bins too, so just paid a couple of bucks, turned them around pretty quick for $15. If you see Bear in the Big Blue House, no matter what it is, look it up. I guarantee if the price is right that you're buying it for, you're gonna make money on it because it's selling really well right now. Same for DVDs, books, toys, all the things. Check them out and run your comps. Oh my goodness, it was so hard to let this go. Did you guys see the video where I found this at the bins? Please search for it and find it. It's on Facebook and YouTube, but it's so darling. I rescued it from the landfill and I turned around and sold it for $37 in just a few weeks. Look at how beautiful this is. Use words like cottagecore if you find decorations like this. I am in love. It was hard. I probably only paid 25 cents to 50 cents a piece for each of these old CDs. These are rock, alternative, all those vintage CDs. I put them all together, I took pictures, and I sold it in a big lot for good money. I don't suggest selling these one by one. They're going to take a lot longer and you're going to see smaller profits. I've had this for a year, so I did delete and sell similar on eBay, and it ended up selling for $18.20. I bought it for $3.99 at a thrift store. I do suggest if you see handmade quilted tree skirts to pick those up and put them for sale. I would say pay less than $5 a piece on them, but it depends on what you like to get for your return. I picked this antique book up at the bins. This was only 25 cents, Care of the Dog, 1940s. Okay, so it's vintage, but I don't know, 1940s, I just feel like that's so antique. Okay, so I don't know my stuff, so what? Anyway, take lots of pictures of the inside if you can, take a picture of the outside, take a picture of the date, all the things, and these books sell well. I sold this antique wood butter mold in less than a week. No, less than 2 weeks. I got this from a garage sale for $3. I accepted an offer of $24 on eBay. As you can see, it's got its measurements here and it's got a pineapple on the bottom. It was a very cool sale and I was happy to see it go really fast. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. Ooh, this little guy's in a Thrift With Me video that you might not have even seen yet. He turned around and sold in less than a week. I had never heard of Blue Sky Ceramics, so I had to look him up, and I did a screenshot and found him on eBay, and he was selling really well, 30 some to $40 depending on the condition. Pretty good little find for $3.99. I did end and sell similar on these for eBay or I should say after they have been sitting for a year. I only paid $3.99 for each of these panels, so $8 in, and they sold for $49. So that was a good sale. Pottery Barn Kids, look for that tag that says Pottery Barn Kids or Pottery Barn on its own. I paid $4 for these Miss Me jeans at the garage sale, same place that I bought those silver jeans. All these jeans were the same size. This was a good little flip, really quick. $24 on eBay. I have a feeling if I price these right, a lot of these are going to go quick, and that's what I want. I don't want to price them really high and try to hold out for a perfect buyer. Use the word Western on these. I paid $1.99 for this little vintage Charming Tales fall winter decor mouse figurine. And he sold for about 12 bucks. Look how sweet and darling they are. They are miniature. They're really cute. Double check these really, really well for chips or cracks because it's kind of hard to spot them when they're so tiny, but only buy these if you can buy them really low. Don't pay too much. I got this at the same place that I got the other scarf I just showed you guys. This is just a green floral scarf. It is 100% silk. It's vintage. I paid less than $1 for it and sold it for 14 bucks. Take lots of photos. Double check for stains or tears or things like that. This one didn't have any maker's mark, but it was still good. These just sold today. I just bought them the other day at an estate sale for $3 for the whole lot, and well, $4 for the whole lot, and turn around for 16. I think I could have taken a little bit more for this, but I don't care. Somebody is very, very happy with these items. I'm happy to get them to them. I think they really liked the snowmobile the best, and I could have sold that on its own, but oh well. These Miss Me women's capris were from the exact same sale that I bought the other ones, $4. I accepted $19 for them. This was on eBay as well. I think we went back and forth a little bit before I took that offer. She tried to offer like 10. I'm like, girl, come on. So got a little bit more out of them. Anyway, always make sure you take waist measurements and inseam measurements. And this one I kind of forgot about. Okay, $4.80. Maybe I'll buy a stick of gum. These were actually from this costume, excuse me, is a dog costume. It's a bumblebee costume. I got it from a storage unit buyout a long while back, gosh, over a year ago. So it's just pure profit, and it got the algorithm moving, so I'm all good with it. I got this cool vintage pumpkin puffy jack-o'-lantern plush from an estate sale for $2, sold him for $14. I think it took about 3 weeks to sell. He is pretty good size, as you can see with the measurements here, and he's got these cute dangly legs and a little broom, so that was a good sale, and it's the perfect time of year for it, September. I paid $3.99 for this vintage electric crepe maker, Nordic Wear, and I sold it for $18. Yeah, I just took all the photos of it. I did have to look this one up because I wasn't sure about the comps, so don't be embarrassed or afraid to run comps in eBay. It doesn't freaking matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares, so make sure you're doing that. I paid 50 cents for these 2 books, and they finally sold on Poshmark on a clearance after a year for just $6. So, I mean, hey, whatever. It's an old 80s book set. I don't know if I should have bought them or not, but somebody's happy right now, and that makes me really happy. You know, I've said before, guys, I don't need to do this. I just enjoy doing it. I have this antique 1920s book that sold on Poshmark for $8. I paid 25 cents for it. I like to take lots of pictures of the inside if I can. Make sure you take a picture of where it shows the date if you can and the publishing company, showing anything on the back, the sides, all the pictures you can for these. I do love selling old books. I paid $1 for each of these little vintage cruel bird nature decor pieces, sold for $20. This was a good turnaround on Poshmark. Didn't take very long, just a couple of weeks. Don't forget what I tell you about cruel. If you see it, you need to pick it up. Do you guys know how to identify it yet? Tell me in the comments if you need some help. Okay, guys. Do me a favor, like, share, and comment, and do all the things. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye.